Good. It's alright, it's alright.
Good evening, and welcome to the Cabbage Patch.
Welcome to the Cabbage Patch with me, your host. My guest this evening is the actor Jack Lumb. Jack Lumb, it's great to have you here. Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for coming on the show.
Sorry, how have you been?
My dog died a few weeks ago.
I miss him so much. Ah.
You know, it's just, he was a friend. He was a friend. I don't think I'd be able to replace for another couple of years. But apart from that, the career's going okay, I suppose. Sorry.
What projects have you been... Oh, it's alright, take your time. Please, take your time. Yeah, have some more water, it's alright.
Thank you. My dog used to love water.
Yeah, we all have an affiliation with H2O, yeah.
Sorry.
Do you like water, Jack Lumb?
Yeah, no, it's quite nice. I do like it. It's refreshing. And it's capable, really.
Certainly is. And do you... and do you like atmosphere?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I was born into an atmosphere. I live in an atmosphere, and I suppose at some point there'll be a brand of clothing called Atmosphere, which I hope to sponsor. My dog drowned. I was taking him for a walk, and I thought it was funny if I put a brick on him. And then I threw him in the lake and he drowned.
That's quite heavy.
The brick is heavy.
Yeah, the brick is heavy. We're back here with Jack Lumb, the famous actor. Jack Lumb, why don't you tell us about the time that you were stranded in the Mediterranean Sea?
Yeah, so not many people know that I deep sea fish in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. I do it with hornberries.
These hornberries, they're an exotic fruit?
Yes, they're found off the coast of Scotland.
That's Scotland in the Mediterranean.
Yes.
It's alright, it's alright. We've got the power to edit and cut. Don't have to worry about you. Some say that you, as an actor, your methods are quite obtuse.
Yes, I studied triangles in secondary year. We used to study triangles, and they used to tell us that if you put all your fingers on the point, then all your fingers would be on the point.
What can you tell me about this one?
So this is more of a cone. So it means it has volume, so it'll have a circumference, and it has the volume. And then obviously you can times volume with the area and stuff like that. Which means it has again, so it's a cube, if you will, on a piece of paper.
A cube would
simply be. So then this is 3D.
It's very knowledgeable.
If you put this here, it would protrude off the paper because it's 3D. And by 3D, I mean three-dimensional. Whereas something on a piece of paper would neither be this nor that. So it all really depends.
It really does depend.
And going back to the hornberries, sorry, I had a bad memory. It actually helped because what I do is I get the hornberries and I get triangles. I normally buy them from primary schools that have got rid of their triangle instruments, and I stick the hornberries on it and I throw it. And what happens is the fish, they come near it.
Right.
And then I get a semi-automatic machine gun and shoot them.
You throw the thornberries into the ocean,
To attract the fish.
Attract the fish, and then you.
I shoot them with a semi-automatic.
That's correct, and you. I assume you collect the fish in a
Just
plastic bag or.
No, it's illegal to do this.
Ah.
But certain parts of the Mediterranean, going back to the actual question, there's a certain part where it's legal to do this, and it's been a problem for quite some years. I even campaigned, ironically. So it was against the manslaughter of the fish. I said, listen, fish are supposed to be caught, eaten, or eventually they die and their bodies sink to the bottom of the ocean and becomes fossils. They're not to be lured in with hornberries on a child's instrument and then brutally massacred with a semi-automatic machine gun.
Well, that's very knowledgeable, sir, and Jack, I think that's given the people at home a lot to think about. We'll be right back after these messages.
Wow, how about those, eh? Weren't those some ads? I'm sure we put them in. Next, we've got our friend, the Jack Lumb actor, who's famous, and we brought him here because we're talking, and we're going to continue now. Jack Lumb, what would you say are your 5 favourite words in the alphabet?
No, please.
I find it funny when people ask me this question because I think it's quite clear. I know I probably you have a feeling what I'm going to say, but my 5 favourite words in the alphabet are croy, furry, boy, and then the 2 ones that people question me on. Sorry, my phone just went off. This amateur, really sorry.
That's alright, phones.
Yeah, no, my last 2 are and drink to that.
What can you tell us about the ongoing that is going on right now all over the world? Are you still with the travelling circus?
No, I had to leave due to ongoing allegations involving.
Plenty of them going round at the moment, yeah.
It was involving a midget and an elephant.
Dear oh dear, I remember reading about this in the Bugle.
The
double page spread.
Stop, right? Because they said, right, here's what I said, right? My point is, I would never have been able to lift up that dwarf and insert it.
No.
Is my point.
It's just not doable. Thank you.
Sorry.
Keep in mind that we here today have come to have a time. So let's ask Jack Lumb about a time when he wasn't so time. Jack Lumb, can you tell us about that time you got sucked into the infinitesimal void where there is no time and space?
See, I was hoping you were going to ask that question because I've been waiting to tell everyone about it.
First of all, could you just describe the sound that you heard as you were sucked through the tube?
So as I was initially sucked in, I heard the whistle of a train, a steam train, and that got louder and louder and louder before, you know when you drop a tomato on the floor and it lands perfectly and it makes a slapping noise? I didn't hear that noise, but and then I can only describe it as like when a piece of lemon falls perfectly on the floor. And so that noise happened.
Yeah.
And after that, it was just Ozzy Osbourne screaming.
No.
And then midway through, I'd hear someone, it sounded like Bear Grylls. He'd say, "Deep here in this thing."
You do a renowned Bear Grylls impression. It's how you started out working, isn't it, in improvisation?
But here's what I'm thinking. So I'm well known for being sucked into this It's
Infinitesimal
yes.
void, yeah.
But when did it happen? Now it's taken me some time to work this out. But I've looked at my life. I've gone back. I've looked at my life, and my father, a train conductor, which was a great time in my life. And then he continued, and he hurtled along, and he eventually died of the flu. But then after that, I met my wife, and she works at the lemonade stand.
And
that's where the void ended. I don't know anything more than that. So from now on, for me, time is unknown.
And and some say that's how you've become the actor you are today.
I have my weak moments. I try not to let the emotions come in, really, because I think emotions will perceive and control your thoughts, and whereas your decisions should be made by thoughts. You need to be making rational and thought out decisions, because feelings will always go one way or the other. But my friends, statistics do not.
Well, that's a rather poignant place to conclude for today, and I just want to say thanks very much, Jack Lumb, for coming on the show. It's been an absolute honour having you here.
Pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
People, I'm afraid that's all we've got time for, but next week we'll have this guy, and what I'm saying is, there'll be more. There'll be more. There'll be more. Cabs.
To be
Closing statement, if you may.
Just think about that. Yeah.
See ya.
Cabs to be had.